At number six, I think he was at the first Allen film off the record. Morgan Wallen. His Dangerous Tour last summer raked in $284 million. Morgan Wallen from Nashville, Tennessee. At number five, Harry Styles' Love Tour, $290 million. He keeps it very good. He does. Number four, Coldplay. There's no Chris Martin. Yeah, the Music of the Spheres tour, $325 million. At number three, we go Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band, their 2023 World Tour raked in $379 million. Bruce Springsteen. Number three. Number two, Beyonce's Renaissance World Tour, $579 million. $579 million. We all know who's number one. You don't have to say it, just give us the name. $1 billion. Good. $1 billion. You hear me? Yes. $1 billion. When they calculate those totals, do they include merch and all that stuff, or is that just tickets? Sales. Is that just admission? Let me see how Polestar does that. I don't know is the right answer. I don't know. Because if it's not including merch, she's probably close to 1.5. Easy. If not 2. Costs just as much to buy a t-shirt than it does to buy a ticket. The top 100 tours. Polestar reported last year the top 100 tours grossed $9.17 billion collectively, which was a 46% year-over-year gain. When we got a COVID, people wanted to go back and see shows, and they'd love to see a great concert. My question to you is, what's the greatest concert you've ever been to? Where was it? How was it? And what is your last remaining bucket list concert? The one you want to see that you haven't seen. That's what I would like to know. Greatest concert ever. That's hard. That is hard. Greatest. I saw 30 Loops this year. It was incredible. This is Jake Bowler. I have no idea what that's called. If I have to say greatest ever seen, now when I think about greatest, I don't mean just the music. It's that. I mean, just the music. I think we would have to go with tape about lights. All of story production. That's greatest for me. Letting you would have to. That's great. I thought you heard next week. You heard at one point because most of the time about the worship the devil, and then he danced his little jig at the top of some sky. And it was just his silhouette. I was like, oh, that's good. Almost left. It was a little bit cheaply in the wall. And I Starts to tingle is. I'm not sure what a chingly is. I started feeling tinglies. Yeah. That's just good. I think that would have to be the best concert. And then, Prince gave you shingles. He gave you shingles. Dance. So after Prince, then Prince gave you shingles. It's going to be Michael Jackson. So we had to go twice. We had to go every time. I was there. I was stuck in. Is that wrong for me to do that? Yeah, it was. But I didn't know to. Unless you're wearing khaki pants and green polos or something. First night I just walked in, backstage. Just walked up, you're supposed to be there. Like, that's what security is not what it is today. Yep. And then I'm looking at it there. Security folks were wearing khakis and green or khakis or whatever it was, khakis and black or whatever. So we got some khakis and same color polo. Just walking, and I walked up, and the lady that's supervising, I need you down there. No, over there. You're right front. Okay, yeah, you right over there. Man, just stood there, people were asking me questions. I think I'm in E47. So, you know what? She's the specialist for that section. Ask him. He tried at the same exact time. Every night.
This is sponsored by the Tennessee Lottery. The Tennessee Education Lottery is proud to bring more than $7 billion to support the different programs in Tennessee. To learn more about programs funded by the lottery, visit tnlottery.com.
Working a wreck here for the eastbound, a little bit east of Paper Mill Road. A vehicle also caught on fire in this wreck, and the right-hand lane is the only lane that is open at this time. And you are backed up now all the way back to Watt Road. Also, another wreck with injuries, Pleasant Ridge at Sunny Lane. Should be getting close to the clearing stages there. For the Sharks and Simpson Sharks, it's for adults on May 18th and June 15th at Ripley's Aquarium.
Walk Thursday.
1980s.
Hey!
I saw him do it. I saw him do it with my own eyes. That was an emotional song for him. Hey, you should pull audio from live shows as we talk about this. Sure, live performance. What's the best concert you've been to? This giveaway we got going on, you'll have another chance tomorrow morning with Bill. It's a great giveaway because you get to pick the concert. You get to pick the city. Premium tickets, airfare, and hotel. Ooh. Let me give you, you got until midnight for this one. Text the word NATION, N-A-T-I-O-N, to 9581. All right, let me get to Dallas here. Dallas, welcome to the broadcast. Best concert.
Hey, Howard, thanks for taking the call. I hate to weigh in on this, but I called Bob's show yesterday or the day before trying to tell him something simple to this effect. I thought it's a great story to tell. But back in the mid to late 80s, I think it was Whitesnake came to Knoxville, and I think it was the Whites with Great White as the opener. I remember the guitar player for Whitesnake was Adrian Vandenberg. He had that hot key flying D guitar that he played, and he did his solo out there real close to where we were sitting, but he flipped his pick out into the audience, and me and my buddy, we were just teenagers at the time, I said, wouldn't it be funny if I flipped my own guitar pick down there and somebody picked it up? And I went ahead and done that. Well, everybody got down on the floor going around, and one guy grabbed my guitar pick, and he started showing it to everybody, and everybody stopped looking for the Adrian's guitar pick. And my buddy looked up, hey, get down there and real ones. And I'm like, what? He's like, get down there and see if you can find the real ones. And I got down there, I saw a bright pink or fluorescent pink guitar pick under the chair, a couple of chairs in front of me, and I crawled down there and got it. Sure enough, had Adrian's name on it, where he had flipped the pick, and I thought that was the funniest thing ever. And I was wondering, that guy still has that pick today, and he just put it in his collection.
You threw the decoy pick on.
I did. I was really trying to grab his pick, because I didn't think I'd even have a chance of doing that. I didn't even think it made it near where we were at. But my buddy convinced me to at least look, and I got down there, and sure enough, it stood out like a sore thumb. I crawled down there and got it. No, nobody was looking for it at that time. It was just me and a bunch of chairs,
All right, Whitesnake, the pick caper. Thanks for the call, Dallas. It's the Triple H radio experience.
Your access to essential news. Talk 98.7.
My wife and I both ended up mildly sick for a few months, and the nasal congestion was probably the worst part. I had like a post-nasal drip, just super congested all the time. We were taking everything we possibly could, but nothing really worked.
Kyrie was miserable until a friend recommended Navage. Navage offers immediate drug-free congestion relief, flushing your nasal passages with refreshing saline and sucking out mucus, germs, and other airborne irritants. Don't live in misery this cold season. Use Navage so you can breathe easier, sleep better, and feel your best right away.
The biggest thing Navage has done is completely cleaned out my nasal passages. It was from the first use. I was able to just clear.
No matter where you're at,
They're 687-8200, FountainCityFinance.com. QC Kinetics is a 99.
StrongSauceandWellness.com to start your search.
26% of Americans suffer from the puppy-eyed hyacinth demeanor. HEI these indicates as sickness themselves manifest. Allergies, these just weather makes 4 times an hour on Newstalk.
Got these tickets to the Benders game today, so I'm all good. Looking forward to it.
Source for award-winning news. Newstalk 98.7 WOKI-FM, Clover Springs, Knoxville.
I met this girl last night, and she was like, wow, you're actually a cute kid. Wow! Yeah,
Good
whatever,
evening.
man.
It's 6 o'clock, 85 degrees. Mostly sunny skies in Knoxville. I'm Robin Travers on News Talk 98.7 WOKI. Just ahead of the 6 and 6, police breaking up protests at UCLA after a night of unrest. We'll have the latest from reporters on the ground at the university. Eliciting more questions than answers, the city manager of Townsend has been placed on administrative leave. And Steel Magnolias, the Muppet movie, and more are returning to the big screen this summer as part of Fathom's Big Screen Classics series. We'll have the details. All of that and more just ahead. But first, back to the roads we go for a final check on traffic with Sherry Bigler. They're still working this wreck on 40 eastbound, just a little bit east of Paper Mill. It does look as though they've gotten all of those lanes reopened, but you're still backed up all the way back to Paper Mill Road. Final clearing stages of an injury wreck on Pleasant Ridge at Sunny Lane, and still heavy volume southbound Chapman Highway out of downtown. If you think you might have roof damage, avoid scams and don't sign anything or let anyone onto your roof until you call Knoxville Oak Barnett Roofing at 868-ROOF. Sherry Bigler reminds traffic.
Now, stay fast, face. 6 minutes to get you up to speed on the latest news, traffic, and weather. It's news time.
Police breaking up protests at UCLA after a night of unrest. Fox's Christina Coleman is there with the latest.
It looks dramatically different than it did here just hours ago when this area was covered with pro-Palestinian protesters. There are tens of thousands of debris that is just being moved from this area. It's being cleared out. There were hundreds of tents here. UCLA police used loudspeakers as they ordered protesters to clear the area immediately, noting that those who failed to do so would be subject to arrest. The 1,500 students surrounded the perimeter of their makeshift barricades. They had it covered with plywood. There were trash cans. They were using whatever else they got to cobble together this little compound that they had set up for their anti-Israel protest.
Police reportedly arresting over 200 people at UCLA. While college campus protests continue across the nation, a much different student gathering happened at the University of Tennessee campus last night. 8,000 students attended an event called Unite. Unite is a faith-based program that travels from campus to campus, bringing students together with three main objectives: salvation, freedom, and community.
Oh, I've got no words to explain last night. Truly outstanding. We had 120 baptisms right on our parking garage last night. It was incredible. My cousin actually flew down from Boston, got to baptize her just because she heard about this movement that was going on. It's truly special. And I had a friend say to me recently, a lot of people have this God-sized hole in their heart that they're trying to fill, and it seems like people are burning down cities in the name of justice, but they're just missing the manual. And that manual is the Bible.
That's one of the students who attended the event on the UT campus last night. To see the schedule for similar events, visit UniteUsMovement.com. After just 2 years of service, the city manager of Townsend has been placed on administrative leave. WVLT News reporting this afternoon that Townsend City Manager Danny Williamson was placed on administrative leave with pay. Previously, Williamson served as the city reporter for Townsend. He was appointed in February 2022 as Townsend's first ever city manager following a 4-1 vote by the city commission. At this time, there's no word on why Williamson was placed on administrative leave. Knoxville police have identified the victim of a fatal shooting late Tuesday night in the Morningside area. Officers responded to the 1800 block of Prospect Place where they found the victim, 24-year-old Zachary Schwaller of Knoxville, who had been shot at least one time. Schwaller was taken to UT Medical Center where he was pronounced dead. KPD says detectives are continuing to gather any and all pertinent evidence, but that no suspects have been identified, arrested, or charged at this time. Anyone with information is being asked to call East Tennessee Valley Crime Stoppers. A bill to require some domestic violence suspects to wear a GPS device will become law if Governor Bill Lee doesn't veto it. It's called the Debbie and Marie Domestic Violence Protection Act. Knox County District Attorney Shar Mallon said this new law will help protect domestic violence victims. Alex Young has advocated for the law since his mother and sister were killed by his brother-in-law, who was accused of domestic violence against his sister. Tennessee state lawmakers passed a bill to require those domestic violence suspects wear a GPS device before a trial. Robin Jaffe for News Talk 98.7 WOKI. A country singer's latest tour is breaking records. Combs' decision to double up his tour nights in each city he makes a stop in is paying off. His 2024 Growing Up and Getting Old tour has broken 5 records already. In the opening weekend, he spent back-to-back nights in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, where he set a new standard for both single-night and two-night attendance at American Family Field for a combined 90,828 fans. He also broke records in Buffalo, New York, and Beaver Stadium and University Park, Pennsylvania, home of the Penn State Lions. In those Pennsylvania concerts, also claimed the top spot for highest selling and highest grossing concert in the outdoor stadium. Michelle Bellini, Fox News. Steel Magnolias, the Muppet movie, and more are returning to the big screen this summer as part of Fathom's Big Screen Classics series. Starting Sunday for a 2-day run, moviegoers will be able to catch Sally Field, Julia Roberts, and of course, Dolly Parton in Steel Magnolias as part of the celebration of the film's 35th anniversary. The film will be playing in theaters all over East Tennessee. In Knoxville, viewers can catch it at Regal Cinnabar at West Town Mall, Regal Downtown West, and Regal Pinnacle. Starting in June, theaters will have the Muppet movie. In July, will bring The Never-Ending Story. Time for a check of our forecast with WVLT meteorologist Ben Cathy.
We'll talk all about the encroaching rain chances in a second, but first, have you heard the sound? Cicada Group 19 starting to emerge across East Tennessee right on time as the subsurface soil temperature
This mailbox is full.
reaches
Goodbye.
64, so you'll hear the
I guess I
buzz
don't know my
very
own
soon
side.
indeed. Rainfall through the next 4 days. We've got 60% coverage on Friday with a brief high of 79. We've got a widespread chance of rain on a cooler Saturday at 75 for the high, but the rain is later in arriving, mostly noon and after. Sunday, warmer, drier, 81 for the high, limited chance of showers. And another 80% coverage on Monday, as then we bring in 40, 40, 40, 40. I know it sounds like a coin flip, but it is a pretty unsettled June-like pattern, getting a lot warmer into the middle of next week. From the WVLT First Alert Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Ben Cappy.
Thank you, Ben. It's 85 degrees.
Knoxville.com. Blow the whistle. Let's get home the right way. It's the Triple H Show on News Talk 98.7.
It's sale day. Okay, we're throwing this stuff out with the trash. To pick up the product and get it to the drops.
National Day of Prayer, we talked about Christy Nolan today. We're talking about concerts now. We have this wonderful opportunity in the United States of America to enjoy concerts. And after the pandemic, people wanted to get together. And in this world of streaming and digital, people are still paying a lot of money to go have an experience, an IRL, in real life experience. The biggest tour of last summer, the biggest tour last summer, Taylor Swift brought in $1 billion. But I hear it's quite the experience. It's like I think I'm going to watch her concert movie. I didn't watch the concert movie yet, just to see what it's like. Beyonce was number 2 with $579 million, $500 million. The top 100 concerts last summer grossed $9 billion. And we got a big summer coming up. There are a lot of people that are going to be on tour. We're doing this great contest, and we ask people about great experiences. For me, greatest concerts that I have seen. At the top of my list is Steely Dan. Just unbelievable. What else? There was a gospel group when I was in college named Commission. I really enjoyed that concert. Great concert. I remember seeing a Christian artist, 2 of them together. It was Larnell Harris and Sandy Patty. They did, the concert was just unreal. Saw Michael Jackson at Neyland Stadium. I saw Stevie Wonder at what is now the Food City Center. Hobson Bowling Food City Center. That was a great concert. I saw James Taylor at the Food City Center. Unbelievable concert. But I was just like, this is the most. Steely Dan, I guess, is my top show. Is when I really, really think about it. Top show. Steely Dan. Where I just had that feeling. It was just, I remember where I was. It was Steely Dan. I saw them in Vegas, but I also saw them at Chastain Park. And it was, I'll tell you another great concert. Jill Scott at the House of Blues in Chicago. And then Jill Scott at the municipal auditorium in Nashville. Our good friend Tim Washington said, have you seen Albertina Walker? No, but singers that hold a handkerchief while they sing. Do that. What? It's true. Here's a question for you. Yeah. The number is, by the way, 656-8255, 1-800-951-8255, 656-TALK, 1-800-951. Yes, sir.
What makes a concert great? Is it I think it's subjective. I think if you're into the music and you enjoy it and they sing your favorite songs, that's the greatest concert you've ever been to.
I think what makes a concert great for me is when all the elements have been put together to give you an experience that you can't get anywhere else and that you can't get anywhere.
If it's a concert where it's just big old arena and it's just a tiny aesthetic, just see them sitting there and they're just playing the music. The music sounds phenomenal. Is that a great concert?
Yeah. If you get moved, if you drive away feeling better than when you were, it was a great concert.
So it doesn't have to have piano or a theme or Beyonce coming out of the chorus or Taylor Swift dancing on top of her or whatever. It doesn't have to be a to be entertaining.
Doesn't.
I think it does.
One of the greatest concerts now that they're coming back to me. Yellow Jackets at Blues Alley in Georgetown. And I think that place only seats like 200 people. There's no room for the actors, just music and vocal. Anybody that sing, if you see somebody come out, they've got a stack of hand towels.
If they have a Jerry curl,
if they have to wipe the back of their neck more than 3 times during a show, they're putting it in. Let's take some phone calls. Rebel Man, welcome to the broadcast, talking about concerts.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
If I jump to, I guess, I respect my team circle. Would have been dummy halfway at the Troubadour Festival. Many years ago, 1970.
You saw Donny Hathaway live?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
And that was something. I got to give them to the greatest working man in show business, James Brown, the Spectrum in Philadelphia. That was in 1970. Those were 2 top 2, and I got to give, I guess, to James Brown. He was and still remains the greatest, one of the hardest working showmen ever in the business. And I really wanted to see Buddy Guy in July. His Farewell tour. He's going to be in Harris in July this year.
He's one of the greatest. No doubt about it. All right.
We'll be there to see him.
All right, Rebel Man, thanks for the call. Let me go. Welcome to the broadcast, 617.
So a long time ago, my buddy had a friend who had his pilot's license, and he worked at the county airport. So he got airplanes from across the field and had all sorts of connections. So we flew to Chicago to see Dave Matthews Band at Soldier Field. Had a limo pick us up at the airport, take us to the concert. This was possible next time. The round trip ticket cost me $200 for the weekend. But we flew down there, right? Dave Matthews then is so me to call beer sales at the third stop. So I broke out my bag of the devil's lettuce and started rolling joints. And, I mean, we were the coolest people in the world already, right? Because beer sales were cut off. These girls are like, cool, you drove down? No, we flew. You have a plane? You don't have a plane? That was a bad idea. And then Willie Nelson came out for the finale. Dave and Wiggly. I'm standing there smoking a blunt with beautiful women all around me. Paul Halloran. I don't think there's a better experience ever to be had on the face of the earth. And did you felt like I felt so rich that night. I didn't have 2 nickels to rub together, but people thought I was rich because we had a pilot that flew us there in our own plane, right? Did you have that grass and touch better and Wrigley? Oh, I didn't get the love people, but I thought we were a pretty hot girl.
618 on the Triple H Radio Experience. Paul, I put him down for Dave Matthews if he saw him. Much of the concert. He had a doobie with the name. 619 on the Triple H Radio Experience.
Now, Triple H will afford you a natural studio. WOKI. Want to quickly make your point to News Talk 98.7? Please hold. Something protects you. 865-656.
That's a successful sale. The funds are transferring. Long John out.
FFC number 865-656-8255. Number 2 ways to get it off your chest. Call or text News Talk 98.7 WOKI at 865-656-8255.
Zero Res Air Duct Cleaning. You'll be shocked when you see the amount of dust and debris that's sitting in your ducts right now. Zero Cleaning.
Your point to News Talk 98.7. Please hold.
Hello.
Hit us up on OKI at 865-656-8255.
Breathe easier in your home with Zero Res Air Duct Cleaning. You'll be shocked when you see the amount of dust and debris that's sitting in your ducts right now. Zero Res Carpet and Air Duct Cleaning have a 4.9 rating. You can trust them. Mention me for it. 928.
Who's that?
That's what I got here. Dave Matthews Band. Wow. Said they blew up there. Love what he said about, you have a plane? He's like, you don't have a plane? Michael Jackson. Taylor Swift was number 1 last night. $1 billion on the list of big concert tours that Live Nation is doing. Live Nation tours. Got a chance to pick which one to be those. Ooh, it's a lot of tours. My goodness. All right, let me go to Ron. Ron, welcome to the broadcast. Greetings and salutations. Is it Bob? Bob, welcome to the broadcast.
Yeah, hi, Al.
Hey.
Best style, the best, but it was really wild to see it. In Chicago, and the Beach Boys.
Real. Tell me about it.
Together, they each did a set. You know, they were up their hits, and then they came out. And Chicago would do the Beach Boys, and the Beach Boys would do Chicago. Well, what was so wild about it was she had parents there.
This freight is just in from Mexico, and it comes with a rather nasty looking.
You had a wide range of people in the audience. But to see Chicago in Chicago and then top it off, Jerry on the top of Sunday, the Beach Boys.
You know, I met the Beach Boys manager a few years ago, and I was amazed at how much money they still make. All right.
Oh, yeah.
They make a ton of money. All right, thanks for the call. Let's see. I'm looking at the lineup of tours. How do you even do the logistics? Seven companies that have to be working with Let's go on with the show. Aaron Jackson. Chicago. It's like he just said. He said, Stabby Edward. That's great people on a tour. Maren Bones. Stevie Pop. Leonard Skinner. Skinner. Iron Maiden. Young folk. We got a Joe the head turn. Joe Big Rocket.
Thanks, Howard. I've got two concerts. 1987 in Seattle, Exploited Kingdom.
That's big.
I was getting ready to get out of the Army in 1987 and managed to get 15th row center for that show. For a whopping $22.
Write that down.
Yeah, good luck with that. And the other show, Howard, was bass singer who is now deceased. Back in the early 90s, I took my college girlfriend to see Luther Vandross in Atlanta. And I have never in my lifetime seen so many women lose their minds.
He was one of the greatest to have ever done it.
He was absolutely amazing, and it was just a great show. I was really happy to be able to see him, but no, man, that helps, Miller, and I've seen about everybody over the course of my whole years, even back here in Knoxville in high school back in the day. I'm just super happy it wasn't so expensive back then.
All right, those are great tours. I was looking here at the Hollywood Reporter had a list of some of the big tours coming up this summer, and they're back on tour. They started last month. They're running through July. The Rolling Stones are still on tour and selling out.
Hey, it's they gotta keep lives now.
It'll be out there. All right, thanks for the call. Let's keep making money, Chris. They just go out April through July, make a couple $100 million, going back to that. Nicki Minaj is on tour this summer. Chris Stapleton would like to see him. I would love to. I got a issue about that. 182. Tina Turner and Jerry.
I don't see them doing it. The team at
Which friend is approved? And our chili peppers are burning up. And Black Shelton's up tour. Foo Fighters on tour this summer. Bruce Springsteen, Billy Joel is on tour this summer. The Eagles, man.
They just left here, right?
Kid Rock and Jason Aldean. Metallica. Oh, yes. Kenny Chesney, of course. He excellent. Coldplay, Green Day, Journey and Def Leppard doing a tour together. Ed Sheeran, of course. Enrique Iglesias, Ricky Martin, and Pitbull. That's a show. James Brothers with the Hidden World this summer. Tim McGraw, Janet Jackson, Jewel and Melissa Etheridge, Lionel Richie and Earth, Wind and Fire, Jennifer Lopez, Jelly Roll. Casey Musgraves. Dang is on tour this summer. I got some Shakira and stuff. Stevie Nicks is on tour this summer. Berkshire is on tour this summer. Those are the big ones. Those are the big ones. 631, good place rating experience. Men down in the Delta ever imagine that they would spawn like billion-dollar brands? All right, best tour. Notes here. Who's up next here? Tony. Tony, welcome to the broadcast. 637.
Yes, sir.
Tony Tone.
Yes, sir. Man, I tell you what, had some great jam sessions.
The cargo's in the cargo bay. That's what it's for, as you know.
Saw some great music, but the three shows that come to mind, first of all, on the 18th night I was on a trip and I got to see Against the Teacher's Preference that escorted us on this trip. I bought tickets to see Pink Floyd at Wembley Stadium in London in '88.
Is that great?
It was a good show. And
Hey, what's up?
And I
Sure, I'll see if we need anything.
We wanted to move or not, we moved like it's 1 thing at the stage. I mean, they just all, you know, you were in a way you had to go with it.
You know what's important to a certain kind of high net worth individual in our club? Privacy. Privacy in a public space isn't a paradox. It's a product. One that we sell for a big return. And you know what interferes with that product? Some creepy little paparazzi grabbing candid shots of the cubicle door. Johan tracked down his address and cooked up a virus that'll torch any cloud backups of the photos. Go delivery.
Things I've ever seen. And then here's one that hits close to home back at when I got to see the Neville brothers in Fair Park, there in Knoxville, outdoors. And I'm telling you, I'm not a guy that moves, but I'll tell you what, that was the funkiest. They live up to the funkiest band on earth, in my opinion. I mean, it was amazing.
Aaron Neville sprang like a bird.
Oh, man. And the drummer, it was cool, because I live with the drummers, and I get it. So, I mean, he's keeping the groove with 2 bass drums and one hand, and he's singing sound packs to the guy.
Morse Mutual. I can do that.
Just never stops. I'm kind of thinking. I just do it. For me, that's amazing, right? Yeah, I can play it if I had to. I can play the radio. That's how I can hear it. But that's 3 that really stick out.
I got you down from Pink Floyd and Steely Dan and Starkweather and the Neville Brothers and Will Sherman.
There were a bunch more, but those are 3 that come to mind. I listen every day. I hardly ever call. But I just had to share that because, I mean, the Neville Brothers, that was, it's not only what it was, that was the groove. I mean, any way you spliced it. I mean, Floyd is Floyd, and I was 18, and the teachers didn't want me to go. So we rode the underground like for hours to get there where we were staying. And a bunch of the other people, the students, went with me. And so we kind of, you know what I'm saying.
All right. Hey, thanks for the call, Tony. Let me get Chris next. Chris, that's 640. Welcome to the broadcast, Chris.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, good, sir.
Good. Well, I'm going to tell you about this concert for Paul Kenny the year or so before he died. And it was, we had front row center seats that was the last thing people thought that took seriously. And very next week she wanted tickets to haul up so we could go to the graduation. That was a great
Where was the concert?
Nashville Freestyle. And I mean, we were front and center. It was incredible. And another thing I want to say was you said something about what's that band? Gosh. Anyway, okay, forget it. We're out of road.
Sorry. Thanks for the call. Yeah, 641.
Hello, Al.
What's up, Ronnie?
I'm going to reach way back in time here. I'm 72 years old, and I grew up in Michigan. And we used to go to Cobo Hall in Detroit it was there once a month. It was called the Motown Review. And all these Motown people would come and they'd do like one set of piece. And it went from 8 o'clock until 11 o'clock at night. And for $5 a head, we would load up as many kids as we could get in the car for 16. You had to be 16 to get into the right chaperone. And we would go, and I saw everybody. I saw Mary Wilson, the Springs, Full Tops, Temptations. John Coltrane was there one night. He actually blew the roof off the place. You know, but I did that growing up in Michigan. But I'm back in Tennessee now, and I'm happy to hear the airplanes up there.
The Motown Review, Barry Gordy, he had that traveling all over the country. And I was reading his book, and he was just talking about how he figured out the way you created energy is you would always rent a hall that was 1,000 seats small.
Yeah. And he said, if you didn't get there, you couldn't get into Cobo Hall. It was small. It was a crap.
Yeah, and he said they did that on purpose. Because it created this crazy energy.
Yeah, and he always had a 16-piece orchestra in Provo Hall. I don't know about the rest of it, but they finally quit doing it. I guess that's probably when he took it on tour or something, but they used to have it about once a month, and I'd get to go maybe twice every summer. And sometimes you get in, sometimes you didn't. You know, there's where the Detroit Red Wings played hockey at, and they would put down plywood on the hockey thing, and it was festival city, and it was still not good. You got to go to the bathroom, you were out there. It's bad.
Hey, Ronnie, thanks for the call. It's the Triple H Radio Experience.
You're listening to Triple H from the Brogan Financial Studio.
WOKI. Hi, it's Jonathan
Peers who post on Zipper.
Beatable deals. Will determine for appropriate restrictions apply.
Sailors looked at Soldier Bear and a Vito.
Percent online. To start your free online visit, go to hims.com/joy. That's HIMS.com/JOY.
The Howard Hilton Hill Show is brought to you by New Balance of Knoxville. Visit the fit specialist at New Balance Knoxville today.
William on broadcast greetings and salutations. Good afternoon, sir.
Red alert! Johan has this little creep making a deal for the original pigs right fucking now. He's sending you the location. Go hard on this asshole, send a message, and...
The curves, oh yes, amen.
Two-wheel therapy.
Like that.
Yeah, I'm not running this one. Hey, about concerts. Back in the 60s, I lived in Miami, Florida, after World War II. And Miami Beach, when I was in high school, in the early to mid-60s, they would have groups come into the hotels in Miami Beach in the bars. And these were the bars where you paid a cover charge and a 2-drink limit. And, you had the little table that was big enough for your girlfriend's purse and an ashtray. And,
that's about the days when Jackie Gleason manipulating Miami heavily.
Oh yeah, Miami Beach in the 50s and 60s was a rocking place.
Yeah, it was a southern Vegas. It had the feeling and style of the Rat Pack style Vegas, as I have been told.
Yeah, you had all the big names at the big hotels, but the smaller hotels up on North Beach, up in what's called Sunny Isles area, they had more modern type for the younger group.
Right.
And you'd have groups come in like the Ike and Tina Turner Review, Jerry Lee Lewis, the Everly Brothers. Yeah, and let me see. And they would do 2 shows a night. They would do a 9 o'clock and a midnight. And they would work 5 days a week. They wouldn't do a show Sunday or Monday, and they would come in and spend as long as a couple of weeks. And I saw some great shows there, really outrageous, because you were right up on them. You were in a very close, you were within 10 or 15 feet of these folks on the stage watching them perform, and there's nothing like it.
Yeah, there's really nothing like a really intimate performance, especially if the artist is a virtuoso. Because when you can feel the energy up close and it's just their virtuosity and there's no dancers, there's no theatrics, you just feel the raw power of an artist, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, the Everly Brothers were out amazing together. They were just the two of them with their guitar, and they would do their songbook, and they would do it twice a night.
Love it.
And I was privileged to do that as a young man, and now as an old man, I just ride a motorcycle.
All right, William, we'll catch the breeze this summer. Thanks for the call.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks. Bye.
I'm going to sell my motorcycle. Thought about it again. Man, that feeling. When you get that thing unwedged, when you start your trek to work and taking a long way home every day, the look that you get on your face when you leave.
I'm telling you, man, this week was close as I've come to just saying, oh well.
Like to say, oh well.
Oh well. Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to catching a couple of rides this year. I'm struggling with, I want to take a long ride, but then I don't. Like, I'm thinking about riding for my vacation this year, and I want to, and then I don't. I like the idea of it.
Yeah, I feel you. I mean, you asked me a couple of times last year, and I just don't have a desire to do a long ride. Like a long ride. I just don't. I don't know. Maybe that makes me weird. I like taking little short foothills.
I want to go
something like that. Get on back to the house.
I want to go to Miami or Fort Lauderdale.
Listen, I can't.
But I just want to do it like 90 minutes at a time. Ride 90 minutes, whatever that next town is, stay in a really nice hotel, have a great dinner, look around whatever place I'm in, just relax.
90 minutes at a time?
Yeah, just go.
Take you a week to get there.
That's what I'm saying. The problem is I don't want to have to come back. That's my problem. I don't want to have to come back.
You got 2 weeks of riding if you do that going down and come back.
Yeah, that might happen. All right, fly red.
Yeah, you can
have a great evening. I know you got dreams. My question is, what are you going to do about them? We'll see you on the radio. Bye-bye.
Spring weather is upon us.
More rain.
The face of the damn car blows up. They died.